Welcome to In the Field Audio Bible, where you are invited to find rest, renewal, and quiet joy in God's living Word. I'm Christy, your host, and it's a privilege to share this sacred space with you, a place where hearts can pause, worries can settle, and souls can draw near to the gentle presence of Christ. Every episode here is more than just a reading. It's a journey we take together. Maybe you are looking for comfort, searching for wisdom, or just needing a quiet moment to soak in the presence of Scripture. Whatever brings you here, you belong in this circle. Before we open today's passage, let's pause and remember, every verse is a gift meant to be received with open hands and shared with open hearts. At inthefieldAudioBible.com, you can return to the passages that bring you strength, spend time with the words that inspire you, and connect with others on this same journey of faith. When you listen, you're leaning into the voice of the shepherd, and when you share, you help this living story grow by inviting someone else to hear God's word too. So let's step forward together, side by side, into the richness of God's word, just for Him and just for you. I, David, speak now from the hush between one breath and the next, where the world grows quiet enough for the Lord's counsel to reach the deepest places in a man. The day has been long, and yet my heart will not settle into sleep. The air over Jerusalem is cooling, and the stones beneath my feet still hold the warmth of the day like a memory. Somewhere beyond the rooftops, a dog barks once and then falls silent, as if even the animals know there are nights meant for listening. I lift my eyes toward the darkening sky and feel again that familiar ache, this longing to be kept, to be guided, to be held steady when my own thoughts threaten to scatter like chaff. You may have come here weary or restless, or simply hungry for something true. You may be carrying questions you cannot name or burdens you have named too many times. So come closer. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the noise of the day loosen its grip. Here, in this sacred place, we do not rush. We do not perform. We come as we are, and we ask the Lord to meet us in His living word, not as distant history, but as present breath. Tonight, I remember what it is to be pursued by danger and by mercy in the same season. I have known caves and palaces, fields and courts, feast and famine. I have known the sting of betrayal and the sweetness of loyal love. I have watched men smile with their mouths while sharpening their intentions in secret. I have watched the Lord rescue me when there was no path forward except the one He made. And because I have lived long enough to see my own strength fail, I have learned to ask for guidance like a man asks for water. The streets below me are narrowing into shadow. Oil lamps flicker in doorways, their light pooling like warm honey on the stone. A woman draws a child inside and pulls the curtain closed. A man lingers at his threshold, listening to the last murmurs of the city, then turns and disappears into his home. The evening wind moves through the alleys with a soft, steady patience, carrying the scent of bread cooling and smoke fading from cooking fires. And as the city settles, my soul rises, because quiet does not always mean peace, but it does mean the Lord can be heard. I have asked Him for counsel in the open fields when the sheep were scattered and the sky seemed too wide for my small prayers. I have asked Him in the wilderness when Saul's men searched the ridges and my name was spoken like a curse. I have asked Him in the crowded courts when voices praised me too loudly and I feared the pride that can grow in applause. And I ask Him now, again, because guidance is not something you request once and then store away. It is daily bread. It is the lamp for the next step when you cannot see the whole road. There are moments when the Lord's guidance comes like thunder, clear, unmistakable, shaking the ground beneath you. But more often, it comes like this: a steady inner anchoring, a quiet correction, a gentle turning of the heart toward what is true. It comes as a reminder that you are not your fear. You are not your failure. You are not the voices that accuse you in the night. You belong to the Lord, and belonging changes everything. I can still feel the weight of the crown that is both gift and responsibility. I can still feel the memories of the pasture when my hands smelled of wool and earth and my songs were sung to God alone. Those early years taught me something the throne could never teach, that the Lord is not impressed by power, but He is near to the humble. He does not abandon the one who seeks Him. He does not despise the one who trembles and still prays. So I speak to you now as one who has lived through the turning seasons of God's faithfulness. If you are searching for refuge, I know the shape of that search. If you are trying to find your footing again, I know what it is to walk on ground that feels like it might give way. If you are asking God for direction, what to do, where to go, who to trust, how to endure, then this sacred song is not a distant melody. It is a shelter. It is a declaration. It is a hand reaching for the Lord and finding, to your surprise, that He has already been holding you. The night deepens. Above the city, the sky is a dark cloth scattered with stars, and the moon hangs like a watchful eye. The Temple Mount rises in the distance, solemn and still, and I can almost hear the faint echo of psalms sung there. Voices lifted, then swallowed by the vastness of God. My own voice is smaller than the stones, smaller than the history that surrounds me, and yet the Lord has always listened to it. He listens to yours too. There are those who will tell you that safety is found in alliances, in wealth, in cleverness, and the approval of powerful men. I have watched those promises crumble. I have watched men build their lives on sand and then curse the storm for doing what storms do. But I have also watched the Lord become a fortress for the one who runs to him. Not a fortress made of stone, but of presence. Steady, unshakable, faithful. This prayer begins with a plea that is both simple and fierce. Keep me, O God. It is the cry of someone who knows the world can change in a breath. It is the cry of someone who has learned that self-reliance is a thin blanket in a cold night. It is the cry of a heart that has stopped pretending it can hold itself together without the Lord. Keep me, not just to protect me from enemies I can see, but keep me from the enemies within. Pride, despair, bitterness, the slow erosion of trust. Keep me when my mind runs ahead of your timing. Keep me when I want to take control of what you have asked me to surrender. Keep me when I am tempted to find comfort in lesser things, when my soul is restless and I reach for anything that promises relief. I have seen what happens when a man makes an idol of his own plans. I have seen what happens when he pours out offerings to false gods, sometimes not with his hands, but with his attention, his time, his loyalty, his longing. The sorrow multiplies, the heart fractures, the soul grows thirsty even while it drinks. But the Lord, He is different. He does not drain you. He restores you. He does not demand your life to feed His ego. He gives His life to save yours. As I speak these words, I remember faces, men who stood beside me in battle, men who later turned away. I remember the loyal ones who stayed when staying was costly. I remember the priests, the singers, the mothers, the children, the weary travelers who came to Jerusalem with dust on their feet and hope in their eyes. I remember the way people look when they are desperate for God to be real, not just spoken about. And I remember my own desperation. There were nights in the wilderness when the stars felt like witnesses and the silence felt like judgment. I would lie on hard ground, my cloak pulled tight, and listen for footsteps that might mean death. In those moments, I learned to speak to the Lord as if He were the only solid thing left in the world, because He was. If you have ever had a night like that, where your thoughts circle like vultures, where fear presses on your chest, where you wonder if you will make it through, then you understand the kind of prayer this song holds. It is not polished. It is not distant. It is intimate. It is the voice of a man who knows he cannot keep himself. The Lord's guidance is woven through this song like thread through cloth. It is not guidance offered from afar, but guidance given in closeness. The Lord is not merely a signpost on the road. He is the companion walking beside you. He is the counsel that steadies your mind. He is the boundary that protects your heart. He is the inheritance that cannot be stolen. There is a particular kind of peace that comes when you stop bargaining with God and start trusting Him. When you stop demanding answers on your schedule and begin to rest in His presence. When you can say, even with trembling, "You are my Lord. Apart from you, I have no good thing." Those words are not denial of pain. They are a declaration of reality. That goodness is not a thing you chase. It is a person you cling to. I look down the hill again, toward the city that sleeps, and I think of how many hearts are awake in the dark, how many prayers are whispered into pillows, how many tears fall without witnesses, how many people are trying to be strong while their insides are breaking. And I want you to know this: the Lord does not require you to be unbreakable. He invites you to be honest. So as you listen, let this sacred song become your own prayer, not as a script you recite, but as a doorway you step through. Let it teach you how to speak to God when you feel unsafe. Let it remind you where your true refuge is. Let it show you that guidance is not only for kings and prophets, but for anyone who will say, "Keep me, O God." In my mind, I can see the field outside Bethlehem again, hills rolling like gentle waves, grass bending under the wind, the scent of wild herbs crushed beneath my sandals. I can hear the sheep shifting and bleating softly in the night, and I can feel the weight of a sling at my side. Small and simple, yet ready. Those were the days when I learned that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to trust the Lord more than the threat. And now, even as king, I am still that shepherd at heart. I still need the Lord to lead me beside still waters. I still need Him to restore my soul. I still need Him to correct me when I wander. The throne does not change the human condition. It only reveals it more clearly. There are people around me who offer advice, some wise, some self-serving. There are counselors who speak with confidence, men who know how to sound certain even when they are not. There are voices in the court that tell me what I want to hear, but the guidance I need most is not the guidance that flatters. It is the guidance that is true. The Lord's counsel has a way of cutting through the fog. Sometimes it comforts, sometimes it confronts, sometimes it calls you to wait when you want to run. Sometimes it calls you to act when you want to hide. But it always leads toward life. As this song unfolds, it speaks of boundaries that have fallen into pleasant places, of a heritage that is beautiful. It speaks of a heart that rejoices, a flesh that rests in hope. These are not the words of a man who has never suffered. They are the words of a man who has suffered and still believes the Lord is good. Hope is not naive. Hope is the stubborn refusal to believe that darkness gets the final word. Hope is the choice to trust that the Lord's presence is stronger than the grave. And when I speak of hope, I do not speak as one guessing. I speak as one who has watched the Lord bring me through what should have destroyed me. You may be listening from a place that feels like exile, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. You may feel far from home, far from certainty, far from the version of yourself you used to recognize. But the Lord is not limited by distance. He is not confined to temples or cities or familiar routines. He meets people in wilderness places. He speaks in the dark. He guides the lost. There is a line in this song that has steadied me more times than I can count. I have set the Lord always before me. That is not a statement of perfection. It is a practice. It is the daily turning of the face toward God. It is the choice to place Him in the center when everything else competes for attention. And when the Lord is set before you, something shifts. The ground beneath you becomes more stable. The fear loses some of its power. The future, though still unknown, becomes less terrifying because you are no longer facing it alone. I want you to imagine, for a moment, the sound of the city at night, the distant clink of a pot being set down, the soft murmur of a late conversation, the wind brushing through palm fronds, the occasional call of a watchman on the wall. Imagine the scent of olive oil and stone dust, the coolness settling into the air, the way the sky seems to stretch wider when the world grows quiet. This is where I am when I pray these words, not in a polished sanctuary with perfect silence, but in the real world, where threats exist, where responsibilities press, where the heart can be pulled in 100 directions. And it is here, in the real world, that the Lord proves Himself faithful. Some of you have been trying to find joy again, not the loud, temporary kind, but the deep kind that can exist even when life is hard. This song speaks of that joy. It speaks of fullness of joy in the Lord's presence, of pleasures forevermore at His right hand. These are not empty promises. They are the inheritance of those who take refuge in God. But refuge does not mean escape from reality. It means safety within reality. It means a place to breathe when the world feels like it is closing in. It means a steady presence when everything else is shifting. So as we enter these words together, I invite you to listen slowly. Let the words settle. Let them do their work. If you need to pause, pause. If you need to replay a line, replay it. If you need to whisper it back to God, whisper it. This is not a race. This is a journey. And if you are asking for guidance, if you are standing at a crossroads, if you are unsure of your next step, if you are tired of leaning on your own understanding, then let this prayer become a lantern in your hands. Let it remind you that the Lord gives counsel. Let it remind you that He instructs even in the night. Let it remind you that He is not silent toward those who seek Him. I think of the times the Lord guided me through people, through a friend's warning, through a prophet's word, through a priest's counsel, through the quiet loyalty of those who loved me enough to speak truth. Guidance is not always solitary. Sometimes the Lord uses the voices of the faithful to steady us. I remember one evening when a trusted man spoke to me with careful honesty. His eyes lowered, his voice respectful, yet firm. He did not flatter me. He did not fear me. He reminded me that the Lord's favor is not a license to do whatever I want. It is a call to walk uprightly. That kind of counsel is rare. That kind of counsel is a gift. And yet, even when others speak, the deepest guidance still comes from the Lord himself, from his Spirit pressing truth into the heart, from his word shaping the mind, from his presence quieting the storm within. If your mind has been loud lately, if anxiety has been speaking in your ear, if regret has been replaying old scenes, if temptation has been offering shortcuts, then I want you to know you can ask the Lord to instruct you in the night. Night instruction is holy. It is the Lord meeting you when no one else sees. There is a tenderness in the way God guides. He does not crush the bruised reed. He does not snuff out the smoldering wick. He leads with patience, even when we are slow to learn. He keeps us, even when we are prone to wonder. Keep me, O God. That is where we begin. Not with confidence in ourselves, but confidence in Him. Not with a list of achievements, but with an honest confession. I need you. So settle in now, and let your heart become still enough to hear. Let the landscape of ancient Israel rise in your imagination. The hills, the stone, the olive trees, the dust, the lamps, the songs. Let my voice carry you into these words as if you are walking beside me through the night streets of Jerusalem, listening as I speak to the Lord who has kept me. And as we step into this prayer, may the Lord keep you too. May He guide you. May He become your refuge. May He be set always before you, so that even if the ground shakes, you will not be moved. Now, let's take a moment to quiet our hearts and listen to the word itself. As you hear these verses, let them settle deep within you, bringing comfort when you are weary, conviction when you need direction, and encouragement for whatever lies ahead. Whether you are nestled in a quiet corner or moving through the busyness of your day, allow God's word to meet you right where you are and speak to your soul in this very moment. I hope you have your favorite cup of tea or coffee. Sit back, relax, and let's step into the sacred text of the Book of Psalms, chapter 16. The Book of Psalms, chapter 16. A meek Tom of David. Protect me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good apart from you. As for the holy ones in the land, they are the noble ones in whom is all my delight. Those who choose another God multiply their sorrows. Their drink offerings of blood I will not pour out or take their names upon my lips. The Lord is my chosen portion and my cup. You hold my lot. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. I have a goodly heritage. I bless the Lord who gives me counsel. In the night also my heart instructs me. I keep the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my soul rejoices. My body also rests secure. For you do not give me up to Sheol, or let your faithful one see the pit. You show me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. In your right hand are pleasures forevermore. I linger for a moment longer in the quiet after the prayer has been spoken, as if the night itself is waiting to see what I will do with the words that have just passed my lips. The air feels cooler now, and the stones beneath me have begun to release the day's warmth, giving it back to the darkness, little by little. A lamp somewhere nearby sputters softly, then steadies, and the faint scent of olive oil rides the breeze. I draw my cloak closer, not only against the chill, but against the strange vulnerability that comes when you have told the Lord the truth. The city is still awake in small pockets. A door opens and closes down the street, careful and quiet. A pair of sandals scuffs against stone, then stops, as if someone has remembered that even footsteps can become a kind of interruption. Above the rooftops, the sky stretches wide and deep, and the stars look like they have been pinned there by a hand that does not tremble. I lift my eyes again, and my chest tightens with that familiar mixture of humility and relief. Because the Lord is not distant. He is near enough to hear a man breathe. I begin to walk slowly, down from the higher ground, letting my steps match the pace of my thoughts. There are nights when the mind runs ahead, chasing tomorrow's worries and yesterday's regrets. But tonight I ask the Lord to keep my heart where my feet are. I ask him to guide me through the dark places inside me, the places where fear likes to hide and pride likes to pretend it is strength. I do not want to be a king who only speaks of God when it is convenient. I want to be a man who sets the Lord before him even when no one is watching. As I pass a narrow alley, I catch the faint sound of a child's cough from behind a curtain, and then a mother's soft hush. Somewhere else, a low murmur of prayer rises and falls like a small wave against the shore of the night. It reminds me that I am not the only one who needs keeping. The Lord holds more hearts than I can count. He carries burdens I will never see. He listens to cries that never reach human ears. I think of the ones who have come to me for judgment and counsel, their faces lined with worry, their hands calloused from labor, their eyes searching for something stable. Some want quick answers. Some want a decision that make their lives easier. But what they need most, what we all need most, is not merely a solution. It is the presence of God. It is the steadying of the soul. It is the kind of guidance that does not simply show you where to go, but teaches you who you are while you walk. There is a temptation, especially for those who lead, to believe that certainty is the same as wisdom. But I have learned that the Lord's guidance often begins with surrender. It begins with the confession that you do not see the whole path. It begins with the willingness to be kept, not only from danger, but from your own impulse to control what belongs to God. The wind shifts, and I hear the soft rustle of palm fronds above a courtyard wall. The sound is gentle, almost like applause, but it is not for me. It is for the Lord who sustains the world without effort. I pause near a corner where the street widens, and I look toward the Temple Mount again, its silhouette dark against the sky. Even in the night, it stands as a reminder. God is holy, and yet He invites the weary to draw near. I remember the pasture, the long, quiet hours when it was only me, the sheep, and the Lord. I remember how guidance came then, too. Not always as a voice, but as a steady inner knowing, a conviction that settled like dew. I did not have a crown. I did not have a court. I had a sling, a staff, and a God who watched over me. And now, with all that has changed, I find myself returning to the same simple truth. I still need Him as much as I did when I was a boy. If you have listened this far, then you know something of that need. Maybe you are facing a decision that feels too heavy. Maybe you are carrying a grief that has made the world feel unfamiliar. Maybe you are tired of being the strong one, tired of holding everything together, tired of pretending you are fine. I want you to hear this clearly. The Lord does not ask you to pretend. He asks you to come. Come with your questions. Come with your confusion. Come with your fear. Come with your longing. The Lord is not offended by your honesty. He is not threatened by your weakness. He is the refuge you have been searching for, even if you did not have the words for it. I keep walking, and the city opens beneath me like a tapestry of dark roofs and narrow lanes. A watchman calls from the wall, a brief sound, measured and steady, and then silence returns. The rhythm of the night feels like a kind of mercy. It does not demand anything from me. It simply offers space. And in that space, I feel the Lord's presence, not as pressure, but as peace. There are pleasures at His right hand, yes. Not the fleeting pleasures that leave you emptier than before, but the lasting kind, the kind that does not depend on circumstances. There is fullness of joy in His presence, not the loud joy of celebration, but the deep joy of belonging. The joy of knowing you are kept. The joy of knowing you are guided. The joy of knowing that even if the ground shakes, you will not be moved, because the Lord Himself is your portion. I think of the times I tried to find safety elsewhere in strategy, in alliances, in my own ability to outthink the threat. I think of the nights I lay awake, rehearsing plans, as if planning could replace prayer. And I think of how the Lord, in His patience, kept drawing me back, not with harshness, but with a steady invitation. Set me before you. Let me lead. So before I disappear into the quiet of my own chambers, before the lamps burn low and the city finally sleeps, I offer you this. Do not rush away from what you have heard. Let it linger. Let it settle into you the way the night air settles into stone. Carry it with you into your morning. Carry it into your work, your conversations, your decisions, your solitude. When fear rises, ask the Lord to keep you. When temptation whispers, ask the Lord to keep you. When grief presses in, ask the Lord to keep you. When you cannot see the next step, ask the Lord to guide you. And then, as best you can, set him before you not as a distant idea, but as the living God who walks with you. I stop at a doorway now, and I rest my hand against the wood for a moment, feeling its rough grain beneath my palm. Inside, there is warmth, there is rest, there is the ordinary life that continues, even for kings. But I do not want to enter as if I have done something holy, and now I can return to being merely human. I want the holiness to follow me in. I want the Lord's guidance to remain near, not only in prayer, but in the quiet choices no one sees. So I breathe, and I whisper one more time into the night. Keep me, O God. Keep me in your truth. Keep me in humility. Keep me from the paths that glitter but do not satisfy. Keep me close enough to hear you when you instruct me, even in the dark. And for you, listening now, wherever you are, whatever hour it is, whatever you are carrying, may the Lord keep you as well. May he steady your heart. May he guard your mind. May he give you counsel that is gentle and true. May he become your refuge, not only in the storm, but in the ordinary days when you are tempted to forget you need him. The night wind moves again, soft and faithful, and the lamp beside the doorway flickers, then holds. I step inside, and the door closes with a quiet finality. But the prayer does not end there. It lingers in the air, in the stone, in the soul. And as the city rests beneath the stars, may you rest. Not because life is easy, but because the Lord is near, and he will not let you go. Thank you for sharing this sacred moment with me as we explored these words of hope together. May these words take root in your heart, guiding you through the days ahead and reminding you that God walks beside you in every challenge, every decision, and every act of faith. If today's reflection has brought you hope or comfort, I invite you to pass it along to someone who might need a gentle reminder of God's presence. And don't forget to join me next time as we continue this journey, growing together, deepening our faith, and remaining steadfast in the field of God's promises. Until next time, may you discover peace in quiet moments, trust the gentle call of God, and rest securely in his unchanging love. This is In the Field Audio Bible, where we listen to the Bible one chapter at a time.